Hello, eighth grade. We have reached lesson 7, which is actually our mid-unit 1 assessment. So today you're going to read chapter 4 of the anchor text, Mouse, and you're going to take the mid-unit assessment. On the mid-unit assessment, you're going to answer text-dependent questions about how dialogue and incidents reveal aspects of character and how word choice impacts meaning and tone. So what we've been working on for the past few lessons. You're also going to track gist, plot, characterization, and theme. Before we start, let's go ahead and look at our entrance ticket for today. This is a personal reflection, so I'm going to ask that you pause the video now, go ahead and complete this, and then come back to me when you're ready to move forward. All right, guys, let's look at our learning targets for today. So we have 3. The first says, I can analyze how dialogue between characters and incidents in Mouse reveal aspects of character or provoke a decision. The second says, I can analyze how specific word choices impact meaning and tone. And the third and last says, I can track characters, plot, and emerging themes in order to track the development of theme in Mouse. So now you guys are going to work to read chapter 3. Resources that you might want to use are your vocabulary logs, that Holocaust glossary that's provided to you, and the Work to Become Ethical People anchor chart. Today, you are going to read this chapter independently, okay? And then you're going to record the gist where we've been recording it previously. So on that document we're keeping a running log up. So go ahead and pause the video, and I'm going to say let's take 15 to 20 minutes to get this done. So reading chapter 4 and completing the gist. So go ahead and pause the video and come back to me when you're ready to move forward. All right, guys. So before we move on and start the mid-unit assessment, I want you guys to get an elbow partner, a think partner, and answer these questions. What examples of habits of character were evident in chapter 4 of Mouse? And then what habits of character did you practice while reading and discussing chapter 4? So go ahead and think, pair, share through this, and then come back to me when you're ready to move forward. All right, guys, so we are ready today now to jump into the mid-unit assessment. So I'm going to actually pull that up over here on my second screen. And you guys are going to be completing this in either Google Classroom or Canvas, whatever your teacher directs you to do. So you're going to have an excerpt from chapter 4. Be sure to read each question very carefully. You're going to have a lot of multiple choice questions. And then you're going to have a constructed response question, and make sure you guys are reading the directions for that response and everything that that the test is asking you to include in that response. Make sure you are including it. These are the resources that you may want to look at. Close readers do these things and strategies to answer selected response questions. So I'm going to ask that we go ahead now and take this mid-unit assessment. I'm going to say about 30 to 35 minutes to do so, and then come back to me because we have a closing out activity. So go ahead and pause the video and begin working on your assessment now. All right, guys, before we are done today, I want to return you to this graphic organizer. We filled this out for chapter 1, 2, and 3, and now we need to do it for 4. So you should have already completed the gist portion, but now I want for you to go back and fill in the key plot elements that happened in chapter 4 and the character development and analysis and any emerging themes that you may see. I'm going to give you a little bit of time to do this. Let me see here. I'm going to give you a little bit of time to do this, and then I'm going to ask that you get with a partner and you share your responses and you kind of think, pair, share through this. So what your partner might have written might be different from yours, but it might provide you some really good insight into, oh, okay, I didn't think of that, but that's really good. So first, before I let you go, I am going to go through the synopsis of chapter 4. So I'm going to talk about some of the key highlights in order to help you guys get started on this. So in this chapter, Vladek finds different schemes to earn money and keep the Nazis from taking him to a camp. He also uses money, his friendships, and connections to remain alive and protect his family. Vladek considers sending his firstborn son to live with strangers to keep him alive. Associates of Vladek are hung in the street for giving cloth to Jews without coupons. Elderly people are sent to death camps, and the Jewish people are terrified as the Nazis transfer more and more people to death camps, and Vladek is trying to stay alive. All right, guys. So I appreciate you guys and all the work you've done today. I'm going to go ahead and sign off here. This portion of the graphic organizer needs to be filled in before you guys leave today. I want you guys to remember the emerging themes that we talked about for that last portion: perseverance and the will to survive, family ties, and the importance of remembering. So keep those in mind, okay? Go ahead and work to fill this in and then get with a partner and share out your thoughts. I will see you guys very soon with lesson 8.